Hi, Facebook family. It's Laurel Hall here, and you are on Come Cook With Me. Now, I am doing this as a live broadcast, and many of you who follow me know that we do this live on Friday. And so today is Wednesday, and we did the Come Shop With Me just earlier, but I am going to this incredible training event with my company. And so I'm honored to be able to go, and I happen to be leaving tomorrow. So, and we'll be in the throes of training, Arizona time, so that we won't even be able to tape this show. So I'm just so excited to be here with you today, and I will put this on my actual Facebook wall on Friday. So if any of you are here watching, it's because you follow me and saw the notification that I was going live. But let's go ahead and talk about today's recipe. We are using some of the, and where are my manners? Happy holidays to everybody. I hope that everyone had just a fantastic holiday with your family. I know that we did. We had 13 people here for many of the meals and you know, a house full of guests. It was just so wonderful, so beautiful, and we were so blessed to be able to spend time with everybody. So with that said, we're going to use some of the leftovers that happen with every holiday meal. So, you know, we don't want to waste anything, right? So you know the drill. If you're new to joining my live videos and Come Cook With Me, you know that one of the things that we love to do is if you say hello, who you are, where you're from. So go ahead and start doing that in the comments. And what that does for you, it gives you a chance to be entered to win some incredible spices that we have from a teammate that I have on my team, on my nutrition team. And he has come up with these amazing spices. So I hope that you win. And that's all you have to do is enter your name, say hello, who you are, where you're from, and you'll get a chance to win. And so what we do is we put those names in a random generator, and then I pick whoever won. So the other thing is if you share this video, if you share it to your Facebook wall, you get entered to win an actual shake that we have. We actually have 2 seasonal products that we're going to be giving away. We had over 16 or 17,000 views of our last show, so it was just phenomenal. So while we talk about who the winners are, I'm going to go ahead and get the Instant Pot started because we're going to do a little bit of sauteing of some of the vegetables that I've gone ahead and pre-cut. And I gave you a choice when you saw the live Come Shop With Me on Wednesday. I gave you the choice of if you're going to have leftover turkey or if you had leftover ham. So either one, this recipe, you just switch out the ham for the turkey, and if you're doing, or switch out the turkey for the ham, and if you're going to do the turkey, you can actually add a few more vegetables if you had some extra vegetables around. But I'm going to go ahead and just focus on the split pea. In my slow cooker right here, which is way too hot for me to pick up, but it is really, really doing well. As soon as I got home from the grocery store, I put this guy on, and it has about a half an hour left to go for 4 hours, but it's going to go ahead and be cooking for 1 more hour after this. But it looks amazing, and oh, the smells in here are incredible. So I'm going to go ahead and hit saute on my Instant Pot. And I have nothing in it right now. You can see in the bottom, there's nothing there. I'm hitting the saute, and I'm going to go ahead and put my extra virgin olive oil in. I use a robust one, and I use a non-GMO organic. That's really important. So it's going to go ahead, I'm just coating the bottom of it to go ahead and get a little hot. So while it's getting hot, and we're going to saute in just a minute, I'm going to go ahead and dump in my onion. And my celery. Now, a lot of people, I do this because the seasoning is really good when you do it this way. And I'm going to go ahead and add some DanOs right now. I already know I want to do that. So, and I don't measure. I did put measurements in the recipe. You'll see that in the comments. But I'm not a big measurer. I pretty much know. You know, we love things that are spicy. This is really savory, so I'm going to use not the spicy DanOs, although I might put some in after we do the sauteing. And then I'm going to saute. I already did the roasted garlic. This is so when you roast your garlic in the oven, It just brings out a really beautiful nutty flavor. I love to do that with most everything that I make. And I love garlic, so we're going to put in a whole bunch of cloves. This is normally like past my witching hour. I'm not usually awake, or I'm, you know, kind of winding down, or maybe doing some, you know, training with some people. Having a live video at this time, it's like my dog is all confused. He's over there. What are you doing? This isn't what we normally do at this time. Okay, so while this is getting ready to saute, it's just, you know, getting up some heat to it right now. I'm going to go ahead and share with you who the winners were for the last show. And that was when we did the chicken and dumpling show. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to start off with the person who won the spices. Okay, so let's talk about these spices. They are amazing. Okay, they're DanO spices. You get them out of Kentucky. He's from Kentucky, Kentucky proud. There are a lot of stores in Kentucky that have DanOs, but if you're not in Kentucky, you can still get them. DanO usually posts his link below if you want to get them, but I love them because there's a little bit of savory and this is a little bit more spicy, but there's no sugar. He uses low sodium. They're gluten-free, no MSG, and no GMOs. They're phenomenal. If you haven't used DanO spices, let me tell you, you're missing out, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and tell you who the winner is. Okay, so the last show's winner was Sandra Cheney. Sandra, I'm going to send you a message because I think that was the first time that you had commented before on the show. So I'll send you a private message and let you have those. And also, I know because we jumped right into a holiday. I'm going to start this. We jumped right into a holiday. It's amazing already. And I didn't get a chance to get to the post office for last week's winner. So, Lori, yours is still in the mail, and Howard, your bars are still coming to get into the mail. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about who won the bars. These are our seasonal bars, and they are s'mores. You can't get them anymore. I only have a few more boxes, so after a couple more weeks, this is going to be it. That's all we're going to have the ability to do. But these are wonderful, wonderful full meal replacement bars. So the winner for that, Daisy May. Oh my gosh, I know you're going to be so excited about that. Okay, so Daisy May, that's for you. Okay, and then the final person who won the seasonal shake, the pumpkin shake, was, Sandra. Okay, so it's Jim and Sandra, but Sandra, you and I were the ones that were talking, so you won the shake. Congratulations. So I'll send you a message as well, because the way that this is being taped, and we'll be posting it on Friday, it's going to be a little bit nuts, but hang with me. So this is really sauteing up nicely. I love how hot the Instant Pot gets. I mean, when you're sauteing. When I sauteed in the, sorry for the loudness. When I sauteed in the slow cooker, it just took forever for that to get to a really hot temperature. But once it gets hot, it's pretty good. Okay, so we've got just a little bit more of sauteing, and this is such an easy recipe. Oh my goodness, so easy. All right, and depending on how you like your soup, you'll choose to use either 2 or 3 boxes of the bone broth. Really, whatever, some people like their split pea to be really, really thick and creamy, and some people like to have it where it's more like, a broth soup. Really, whatever your preference is going to be good. And boy, I wish you could smell that. Oh, it's so good. I just love how, I don't know about you, but when we were making the holiday meal, when I make my own dressing, and I will bring and share that recipe with you, because it's the sage and savory dressing, and I'm going to do it in the Instant Pot. We'll do it in a couple of weeks coming up. But whenever you saute sage, well, I don't have any sage spice in here, but when you put onion and celery together, it's just something so wonderful. Oh, and then you add the garlic and those seasonings, just incredible. Okay. That's going nicely. All right, so let's talk about the rest of the ingredients. So simple, so easy. I'm going to go ahead and grab the ham, because I did save for this one the slow cooker didn't have a ham bone because we only have one ham bone. So I'm putting the ham bone in here first, so it gets in there nice and tight. And the ham bone just makes such a wonderful flavor. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and dump in the rest of the ham pieces. I might save a little bit, add some at the very end. The next two items that are going to go in are carrots. Now, I love carrots. You can do a little less, you can do a little more. It's really going to be whatever your preference is. I love, love, love the carrots, though. So I have about 3 cups in there. Okay, and now some people skip the fingerling potatoes. It's really kind of your preference. I saw these at the store today, and I just thought that they looked wonderful, and I just cubed up these little teeny fingerling potatoes. It just is a nice little addition. But if you're looking at like saving on that particular starch, it's fine. You know, no worries. Okay. So the next thing we're adding is our bone broth. Now, yes, I get this question all of the time, and I'll post the benefits of bone broth again in the comments section, but I prefer to use bone broth in everything that I cook with. It's healthier, it's just all around better for you. You get protein for each serving. There's 9 grams of protein. This particular one is Imagine. It has 0 sugars, it has the low sodium. I mean, it's organic. I just love it. It's beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in. I'm going to start with 2 because I still haven't added the split peas yet. We may have to put 3 in, but we'll just see how much it fills up. I pretty much want to have the rule of thumb here for this particular recipe is you want to kind of have everything covered with the liquid, but it doesn't have to be above that. So as long as most things are covered, because they're going to reduce and pressure down. So that should be good. That's 1.5 so far. But let's go ahead and add in our split peas. Okay, and I'm using 1 pound of split peas. So again, if you like things to be a little bit more thick, you can use a little bit more. But between both the Instant Pot and the slow cooker, I think 2 pounds, that'll be a 2 pound ratio. Okay, I'm going to get those spread around and push down a little bit. So yummy. And now it's time, I'm going to go ahead and put the spices up on top, some more spices. So I talked about when I did Come Shop With Me that you can actually do fresh spices. You can do, if you don't have fresh and it's just easier or more convenient because you have dry, go ahead and do the dry. One of the things I left out in the Come Shop With Me was ground cumin. Cumin is one of those essential spices, in my opinion, in this particular recipe. And again, I really go for the organic and non-GMO, if you take a look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. I just love how cumin enhances the flavor of everything I cook with. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead, because it's more of a savory dish, I'm going to go ahead and put a bay leaf in as well. I didn't post that in the Come Shop With Me, but because we had these for the last couple shows, you should still have some more bay leaves in there. Okay, and then we need to have some black pepper. And I had said a pinch of salt, and I didn't bring my salt out with me. So before I turn this on, I'll go ahead and put a pinch of salt in, but I won't make you all wait for that. Okay, so the other 2 things that we're going to do is we're going to do some oregano, some rosemary, and some thyme. And I have those already kind of set up here in a little bit of a batch, and I'm just going to, for the love that. Just pulling down so you don't get the sticks. You just pull straight down. It's not as easy to do with the rosemary, but just pull those off. I use a mixture of both when I have them, and I still had some left over, but not of the actual oregano. So let me go ahead and take the more pieces of that, I'm thinking. Yeah. Oh, I just love that. It's so easy just to peel off those fresh sprigs. And if you have a scissor and you wanted to cut your thyme, you could, but it's not necessary for this. And of course you wouldn't want to cut it with the oregano. Okay, beautiful. And I'm going to snip off a little bit of the thyme. I'm just going to snip it off right inside here. It's like a chia. Okay, and that's it. Now let me go ahead and add a little bit more of the DanO spices. I'm going to finish this one off, a little bit of the spicy one. Oh my gosh, that looks just incredible. I think I'll be able to pick it up and show it to you. So the way that I'm going to serve it, I'm going to serve it with a little bit of a baguette, and I am not going to put more liquid in, so it's just covering the top of everything. There's a little bit of exposure. I'll pick it up and show it to you. But there's a little bit of exposure of some of the ingredients, but that's good because you have to remember that bone is in here, right? So, all right, now if it's not too hot, no, it's not too hot. Okay, let me just show you how it looks. How awesome is that? Ooh, yum, 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 yum. Okay, so how I'm going to do this, I'm going to turn it off from Sauté. And now what I'm going to do is we're going to cook this. It does, you know, this Instant Pot has an actual soup program. That's a 10-minute program, but I think with this, because we have the bone and we really want to infuse those flavors, I'm going to go ahead and hit it at manual. You could certainly do 10, but I'm going to go ahead and hit it at manual for 15 minutes. And I'll go ahead and post in the comments if it needed to take a little bit less, and we'll just see how it goes. Okay, and see how simple this recipe is? It's just going to be phenomenal. All right, so we're going to go ahead, going to lock it in place, all right, and then make sure you always remember to keep the vent off. And I'm going to hit the manual. Make sure when you hit the manual, you keep it at that high pressure. And I'm going to take that down. I made a cheesecake in here last, so, okay. Beautiful. Okay, hold on, Rio. So it's going to go ahead and get started. Rio is calling me to go outside. You can hear him in the background. All right, everybody. So that's it. It's getting started. And I'll go ahead and make some pictures. And when I actually post this, I'll show the pictures from when we played it. But like I said, I'm going to have a little bit of a baguette. Just a couple of slices is all. And you can actually toast this, put a little garlic on top of it. I'm not going to do that for tonight just because my husband, I don't know when he's coming back and I don't want the bread to dry out. But that's it. That's the show today. Thank you so much for joining. And I'm so sorry that we taped this. And next week we'll be live. And again, I appreciate everyone. Have a wonderful rest of the week. If you're watching this and it's of the weekend, have a beautiful, safe weekend. And we'll see you next week. Come shop with me and come cook with me. Have a wonderful day. All right, bye everybody.